All right, everybody. We just pulled into Messina. As you see, that is Sicily right behind me. He just parallel parked beautifully. That's his job, is to get it in there nice. So we are here. Kids are playing a little basketball. We're just waiting until we head off the ship. What time is it? It's 9:20. Our tour is at what time? And our tour is at 10:30. We've already eaten breakfast. I've already worked out. So we're just good to go. It's just a waiting game now. It was really cool watching him pull in. So you'll see that on the video. We got a little footage of him pulling in a bit. Also, I got this overhead Google Map shot so you can really see where we are. We're at the tip of the boot. The tip of the boot. We're just kicking it. All right, we are officially in Sicily, first time. So, as you can see, the video here, when we got off the boat, we immediately go to try to find our private tour guide. And so, she's a nice young woman here. She was holding up a sign. And now we're about to embark on our tour of Messina. So this should be really, really cool. Looking forward to it. Make sure, like another travel tip, make sure, I don't know how it is on other cruise lines, but definitely with the Disney Cruise Line, in order for you to get off the ship, you have to have your key to the world card. For some reason, even though they announce it over and over and over, folks, it still slips their mind, and they get right to where you're about to get off, and they get sent back to their room to bring their key to the world card. It is your key to the world card. So you can't access the world without this card. So, and then of course, when you're off the ship, make sure you always know where that thing is. Don't want to lose it. All right, you don't want to lose it. All right, so as we're going around on this tour, I'll be taking plenty of footage, and well, I mean, you'll see.
reach the city center of Messina again, crossing Viale Boccetta. Okay, the name of this street is Viale Boccetta. It's the main street to reach the entrance of the highway. Later we will cross again this street. And now we are going to see a particular church dedicated to St. Francis. Is the church that you can see in front of us on our left side. The church was built in 1253 in Gothic style, the typical Sicilian style, but after the earthquake of 1908 just the apsis remains, and the other part of the church were rebuilt again in Syracuse stone. Syracuse is another city situated here in Sicily after Catania, so in the southern part of Sicily. We will see outside a statue dedicated to St. Francis, because the name of the church is St. Francis Church. And as I told you, St. Francis is considered the Saint Patron of Calabria, the first region. Vai piano così vedono la statua. You can see the statue that represents St. Francis outside the church. And in the opposite part we can see this building, the pink building. Is called the Cultural Palace, and is a modern building, as you can see, and is dedicated to Antonello da Messina. Antonello da Messina was a famous painter from here. He lived in 15th century, in the period called Renaissance period, and a lot of his works are inside the regional museum of Messina, that is not very far from here. It's far from here, more or less 10 minutes by car. And the others are inside the Brooklyn Museum. And there is a beautiful painting instead situated inside the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. So it's very famous, Antonello da Messina. And why this building exactly here? Because in 15th century, exactly where we saw the Cultural Palace was the private apartment of Antonello da Messina.
Hey everybody, so it's another leg of our tour. We're stopping in Taormina. Really beautiful up here. We drove up really high so that we can get a really good shot of everything. So I'm going to show you some visuals here. Let's turn it around. Look at that. So you can see right there in front, there's this smaller little island. I think they call it, what does she say? It means beautiful island, like Isola Bella or something like that. But it's like connected by this little bitty strip where people can kind of walk in between the water. And then when we come over here, I don't even really see it back there in the distance behind the clouds. You have Mount Etna, which is a volcano. She said it's 3,000 meters above sea level, so a little bit high. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna try to zoom in when I edit. I can see it from here, but it looks like it's faded into the scenery, almost like it's painted. But it's Mount Etna, and then you see it's just this mountainous region. Very beautiful. She said that Taormina is the tourist capital here in Sicily. You can see why. There's tons of hotels all along this hill, bed and breakfast, apartments of that nature. So a lot going on here. Beautiful place. All right. If you haven't been, you need to get out here. Seriously. I'm gonna get back to the tour.
There are a lot of people that maybe they decided to rent an apartment, an hotel in the area around Isola Bella. I'm not here because Taormina is more expensive respect the area around the beach. And the small village that you can see at the top is Castelmola. Castelmola that is famous for the almond wine also, because a group of monks, one in particular called Vincenzo Blandano, in 1919 created the almond wine with an infusion technique. It's a sweet wine, and maybe later we will have a free tasting of this wine. Here we are at the entrance of Taormina. You have to know that in order to get inside Taormina, we have two entrance door. One is called the Porta Messina, is the door that now we are going to see in front of us, because it looks in front of all Messina province. And at the end of Corso Umberto, the main street of Taormina, we have Porta Catania, Catania Gate, Catania Door, because it looks in front of all Catania province. The same view that we saw before, all Messina province and all Catania province. Now we are going to see again. Usually from here arrives the local buses, and people have a stop here and they walk along Corso Umberto. Instead, we usually reach the opposite part, Porta Catania, where we have a bus parking. The name of this door is Porta Messina, and was dedicated to Ferdinand of Bourbons, the King of Italy. His reign was here in Messina from 1810 to 1850. And here, this area is the end of our tour. D'Amore is closed today. Oh my gosh, why is closed? It's the best pastry shop that we have. Okay, no worry, in another one. Now we are going to reach Porta Catania. From Porta Catania we will start our tour along Corso Umberto.
All right, everybody, we're deep into Taormina now. As you can see, you can definitely see all the people here. There's shops and food and churches and all kinds of stuff. So we have a couple of hours on our own to just explore down here. And then we're gonna meet up with the tour guide at 4:30 and then head back. to this ship. But so far, we've learned a great deal, So yeah, it's been a good time. We've had fun so far, and it's just started. So now we're gonna explore. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we made it back safely. As you can see, we got the big ship behind me. The tour went really well. Hopefully you guys like coming along with us, but it's time to get back on the boat. We got pirate night tonight, so we'll be dressed in our pirate shirts and eye patches and bandanas. And we have dinner at Enchanted Garden at 6. It is now just after 5, so we got a bit of time. And Enchanted Garden, it's seafood themed, so like caramelized scallops and sea bass. Ooh. But we had a good time. Can't wait to get back on the ship, and we have a sea day tomorrow, and then we hit Santorini, where my wife and I got married. So we'll be able to go back to where we got married and take the kids. So that's going to be pretty cool.
That's right, we want to go everywhere.